late last year, I decided to cut my hair due to my hair being unhealthy, and this is my hair now. So I'm going to share with you the two major changes I made that helped me to grow my hair faster. Last year, I experienced the most breakage and damage to my natural hair that I just decided to cut it off and start all over. So that was the major reason why I decided to cut my hair, was because I was experiencing so much damage. My ends were literally damaged. I had split ends. My ends were always breaking off. My hair was breaking off, which was increasing my hair loss. So I decided to let go of those dead ends, because if you're keeping them, they will continue to do more damage to your hair. So this was my first routine my first routine after cutting my hair. So the major reason why I cut my hair was because of I was experiencing so much hair loss due to my damaged ends. So one of the major thing I changed was that I stopped doing braids or adding extensions to my hair. I realized that my hair was breaking a lot, even when I didn't know that extensions were one of the major reasons why my hair was breaking. I knew that I'm not going to do braids again, because when I took down my braids, I experienced so much hair loss. My hair felt very weak, it was just breaking, and I knew that okay, I'm going to take a break from braids, but I didn't know that it was the major, like it was the cause of what was happening to my hair. I just said I'm going to take a break. But this year I came across a video talking about what type of hair you have, whether you have fine hair or thick hair, and how if you have fine hair, you should try and stop doing extensions or adding extensions to your hair, or using lightweight extensions, or picking the extensions you use. This really made me like connect the dots to, like, I made braids and my hair literally damaged, and I don't have thick hair strands, like my hair is fine. So I just decided that, oh, I'm going to cut off extensions, like I'm not going to do extensions to my hair anymore. And that was the major change I made, because when it comes to me making my hair, I'm always making extensions are my protective hairstyle. I don't just make my hair in twist. I do my hair in twist when I feel like doing it, but my major protective hairstyle was adding extensions, braids, anything that contains extensions was my major protective hairstyle. So for me, making that major change to my natural hair and my routine, it really made a huge difference to my hair. So if you're adding extensions to your hair and you notice that your hair is always breaking off after taking down that extensions or protective hairstyle, that is literally the wrong protective hairstyle for you. So you need to understand what is a good protective hairstyle for your type of hair. Understand what type of hair you have, whether you have fine hair or thick hair. This is really helpful for you to be able to grow your hair faster and retain more length. Just me understanding this one thing literally changed my whole hair journey and my hair growth journey and my length retention. So just understand this one thing, and trust me when I say that you notice a huge difference in your routine and in your length retention. So after making this decision, it was really hard trying to find natural hairstyles I can try without extensions and being creative with it. So I tried to find alternative ways to include extensions, like using curly curly leave outs, like doing boohoo braids with my natural hair, like doing braids with my natural hair and adding curly leave outs, to like find creative yet alternative ways to style my hair. So I have a lot of videos on hairstyles I've tried. You can also go with the most common hairstyles, like doing mini twists. Twists are literally cute, highly recommend twists, and also doing braids, like single braids. Like those are my top two hairstyles, or my go-to hairstyles for length retention and also keeping my hair healthy and protected. So I highly recommend you doing twists and doing braids. And I'm still going to be filming other hairstyles you can try during this journey, because I'm just going to stop doing extensions on my hair for a while. If I want to incorporate extensions in my hair, I'm going to definitely use lightweight extensions or add very minimal extension to my hair. So it's not something I've started doing, but when I start adding extensions or document how to do it and how to properly use extensions, especially if you have fine hair, and also as a good protective hairstyle. Another thing I'm going to add is that when your hair is in a protective hairstyle, don't neglect your hair. Make sure you're keeping up with your hair care routine. That's that's not one of the major changes I made because I'm always doing my routine, but it's just something I'm going to add in this video because people think when their hair is in a protective hairstyle they can just forget about their hair and take a break from their hair. But it's very, very important to also be up with your hair care routine, making sure your hair is never dry, is moisturized, keeping up with your wash days because your scalp health is very important. You need to create a good environment for hair growth. So this is something I'm always going to mention even when I'm talking about tips or things that really help to change my hair. So always make sure you're up with your routine, making sure your hair is clean. I'm always going to recommend that you wash your hair once every 2 weeks and do your moisture routine in between your wash days. So anytime your hair is feeling dry, going with your moisture routine is very important. And one thing about my routine is that I literally still do the same routine. My routine hasn't changed. The only thing that has changed is probably my technique or adding few products, but the products I've been using from my natural hair journey up till now is literally still the same products I use because they are that good. So when it comes to keeping up your routine and making sure you're using the right product is very important. So the second major thing I'm going to talk about that I added to my routine that really helped me to retain more length and grow my hair is understanding that I pick a good protective hairstyle, but keeping that protective hairstyle long term really helps you to retain so much length. Let me explain a little bit. So when it comes to your natural hair, your hair grows every time. One of the major reasons why you're not reaching your hair goals or you're not seeing your hair getting longer is because you're not retaining length. And one major factor that can cause that is that you're over manipulating your hair, which is making you lose more hair than you're growing. So if you keep your protective hairstyle long term, you're retaining more length, reducing manipulation, and when you take it down, you definitely see length retention and you see a difference to your natural hair. When I understood this one thing, I got it from a natural hair creator talking about how she grew her hair fast. She keeps her protective hairstyle for 3 months, and I saw her hair literally change from the beginning of the year to how it is now, and I've never retained length that fast being natural. So I'm always someone that after 1 month I'm taking down my protective hairstyle, after 3 weeks I'm changing my protective hairstyle. So when I decided to keep my protective hairstyle long term, it was a very huge decision to make because you're definitely going to get frizzy hair. Your hair is going to get old. You'll be thinking, oh, what am I going to do to my hair when it gets old and when it's not like good to take out? It really like I really thought about it, using alternatives like wigs, using scarves, or trying to like find alternative ways to style my natural hair even when it's frizzy. I like frizzy twist, but with frizzy braids I don't really like it, but when it's frizzy twist I like it. So it took a lot of turning around, trying to find a way to work my way through it. But the major thing is keeping your protective hairstyle long term. That's why I mentioned at the beginning that picking a good protective hairstyle is very important, because if you use the wrong protective hairstyle for your hair to thing I mentioned, you're going to experience the reverse of it. Like your hair is going to break so much, you experience so much hair loss. So pick a good protective hairstyle. I will never recommend you using braids for this type of thing, like keeping braids in long term. Like I see a lot of damage at the end of that 3 months. So I always recommend you using only your natural hair, because I've never tried braids with this. The last time I did braids, I kept it for 2 months and my hair, like the hair loss was so much. So I would never recommend someone using braids to do this type of thing, even if you have thick hair. So try and use just your natural hair. Maybe you can do it in intervals. Maybe the first 3 months you do it, and if you still like braids, like someone that don't want to let go of braids, the first 3 months you do it, then you do braids for a month, then you now go in with the protective hairstyle, like the 3 month protective hairstyle with just your natural hair. That's another alternative way to do this. Like when I tell you that this is what I did, these 2 major things with my hair care routine, if you do only these 3 things, you're literally good. You will notice so much change to your hair, like I promise you. So if you don't know how to go about these things, like I mentioned, I have a 3-month challenge on my channel where I document, I give updates on everything I'm doing. I give weekly updates on when I'm washing my hair, what treatments I'm doing, how I'm taking care of my hair, what I'm doing with my hair. Like I even do hair vlogs where I show what I'm doing with my hair that whole week, how I'm styling it. And now that we're moving on to the second month, I'll be showing you what I'm doing to my hair, like the alternative things I'm doing to my hair to be able to wear my hair out, because it's getting a little bit frizzy and I've started seeing so much growth that it's getting a little bit rough to just wear my natural hair out like that. So I document the whole thing so you don't have to overthink it. You can just follow my journey and follow everything I'm doing. And one thing I always say is that it's never too late to join this challenge. Even if I'm in my third month, you can always join in. So I highly recommend you join this challenge, especially if you're looking to grow your natural hair and seeing changes to your natural hair. Highly recommend this journey. So if you're thinking of starting this journey or you want more information about it, I just check my channel. You see so many things, so you see so many videos of me talking about this. And also you can also subscribe to get updated on what I'm doing in my challenge. So if you have any questions about the challenge or any hair issues in general that you want to ask me, you can put that in the comment section. I always reply my comments and answer your questions for all your needs and everything you need to know about natural hair and how I was able to make this journey, this change. And yeah, any question you have, just leave that in the comment section. I'll be happy to answer it. So till my next video, see you guys and bye.